Well, hello there and happy March to you all. Well, you see, I have to read two stories. And so the first one, what I've been doing this whole entire year, starting January and February, I have been taking the wonderful Ledger Dispatch calendar, and one of my times that I do it is I go over all the different days that they have national this, national that. Well, can you guess what the first one is? Well, but first we got to do the thing like I always do. What's Miss Tasha's favorite color? Purple. What does Miss Tasha just love to eat?
I love chocolate.
All right, when pigs fly is illustrated because all of the terms in here, all the words are things you probably don't know, but your parents should really know these, okay? So you better make sure that they help you on this. It's illustrated by Celine I can't even say it. M-A-L-E with a little accent part, okay? And then it's copyright, oh my goodness, on my paper I wrote, instead of 2008, I went 20,008. Don't think so, 2008. Publisher is Piggy Toes. I thought that was very appropriate. Piggy Toes Press, an imprint of Dalmatian Publishing Company. But here we go. Are you ready? When Pigs Fly, as you can tell, Miss Tasha has had this book for a long time. Ready? Here we go. Woo! When pigs fly, see there they are with their wings. They're on cloud nine. Cloud nine is absolutely when everything is wonderful in your life. And of course they have all the numbers of all the clouds, but of course they're on 9. They even have a little drink that they're drinking. They're having so much fun. Okay. Well, they're having a barrel of laughs. That's another thing is what you'll have to ask your parents what it means when you have a barrel of laughs. And it says, and then the wolf said, I'll huff and I'll puff. So they were laughing at the wolf because, of course, they survived on 3 little pigs. Okay? Because it's a piece of cake for them to fly. All right? When something is supposed to be easy, you go, it's like a piece of cake. You know, like it's wonderful and sweet and everything. Yeah, I can do it. And, of course, there they are, they're flying, and believe it or not, it's a beautiful cake. It's all decorated. Unless it's raining cats and dogs. Now, when it's raining cats and dogs, and it looks like we're in for it later this next week, it's when it's raining so hard, it's coming down so hard, I even had to stop at the last time on the side of the road because it was raining so hard I couldn't even, my windshield wipers wouldn't go fast enough. That means it's really, really raining hard, okay? Then you better hold your horses. I mean, he's literally holding a horse. But when you hold your horses, that means you are to stop, okay? Just stop what you're doing, all right? And here he's even holding a little hobby horse, a little rocking horse, I know. Or you might be in a pickle. And if you're in a pickle with your parents, that means you're in trouble. You did something wrong. But here, this is physically, they are in a pickle. And of course, who's watching them down there? The shark. But every cloud has a silver lining. And all of the animals have wings. And they all get to have the silver lining. That means everything is wonderful. Everything is fine. Isn't that a cute book? I love that book. All right. Now, got to take off my nose, and I got to take off my ears, yes. I put them over here. Now, the next one is really on the 14th of March, and it's Learn About Butterflies Day. Well, boy, oh boy, are you going to learn about butterflies. Because I am going to wear this hat, because this is, you know who this is, don't you? This is the Cat in the Hat. Yes, okay. Except sometimes he doesn't sit like he's supposed to. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this inside him, see if that helps him so he stands up more. Is that going to make it so he stands up more? There, is he standing up better? Or is he still falling down? I can't tell. That's the way it goes. All right. So, my oh my, a butterfly. This is by Tish Rabe, illustrated by Aristides, Aristides, I don't know how to say it, Ruiz, and Joe Mathau, I guess it is. And the publisher, man, what, I was doing this too late at night. I cannot tell you that. This time I had 20,008 on the other copyright. This time I have only 207. No, so it's 2007. The publisher is the Cat in the Hat Learning Library, and the publisher is also Random House Children's Books. Are you ready? You're going to learn so much about butterflies. Oh my gosh. All right. I am Cat in the Hat, and if you look in the sky, you might see a butterfly fluttering by. They are colorful insects whose lives you will see are very exciting. Come on and follow me. Right here in your yard, if you look, you might spot a butterfly egg. It's a little round dot. It sticks to a leaf. Rain won't wash it away. Right here on this leaf is where it wants to stay. You may think in these eggs there are small butterflies, but wait till they hatch and you get a big surprise. Caterpillars hatch out of the butterfly's eggs. They look like small worms and they may have 16 legs. They start chewing and growing and chewing, and that's about all they do all day is spend their time just eating and chewing. They eat first their eggshells, so they eat their own egg shell that they were in. Then it's the leaves that they need, and they eat all the time, and they grow and grow with great speed. If we grew as fast as they do, this was funny to us. In 2 weeks, we would be as big as a bus. That's how much. That's an interesting little fact. If we ate as much as a caterpillar did. Okay, all right. This caterpillar has grown too big for its skin. It needs a bigger skin than the skin it's been in. So it takes a deep breath, and then it wobbles and wiggles, and its skin starts to split as it joggles and jiggles. All right, and it says this is the spot that looks like an eye. Okay. The old skin falls off, and right there underneath is a new, bigger skin. Now that's been hiding beneath. Well, it eats its old skin. Okay. Oh, yum, how delicious. Protein in the skin makes it very nutritious. And here's a little side thing again. See this caterpillar? He really looks cute, dressed up in his new black and orange striped suit. Well, after the 4th time it sheds all of its skin, the next stage of a butterfly's life will begin. It hangs upside down like a small letter J, and for a few hours it hangs there that way. Then it changes again. The next stage is a shell forms around it called a chrysalis. So it's a shell, okay? Inside the chrysalis, the caterpillar keeps changing. All of its body parts are rearranging. For almost 10 days, it can't move and can't eat. Then one day, the butterfly's change is complete. A tiny black leg begins to poke through. Within seconds, another leg pops into view. She bursts into the air, a bright new butterfly. Her wings are so soft that at first she can't fly. She must wait until they harden. Till then, she must stay. If an enemy comes, she cannot fly away. Her antennae start working to sense what's around her, the motions, the smells, and the sights that surround her. In hours, her new wings get harder, so she's ready to fly and ready to go. Oh, wait a minute. Now she's a butterfly. Hold everything. Now she's a butterfly. Where's my butterfly? Gosh. Oh, it's down on the floor. Now she's a butterfly. Okie dokie. So sorry. Got to put you back over here. All right. See those two caterpillars? They're different. That's why. One will be a moth and one will be a bright butterfly. One makes a chrysalis. Now we know it's inside the butterfly starting to grow. One spins a cocoon. Look at that. Like a blanket to hide in. And then a new moth begins growing inside. So that's the difference. The hard chrysalis or the spun cocoon. Okay. Spiders, frogs, beetles, birds, lizards, and mice think bright butterflies for us. They think they're a nice snack and quite nice. Every butterfly knows birds are trying to catch it. Its wobbly flight makes it hard to snatch it. This butterfly's colors warn foes of it might meet. I am poison, I'll hurt you, I'm not good to eat. It's the small postman butterfly. Some cover their bright wings with dark wings, you see, and this will help them to blend in with the leaves behind a tree. And like the Indian leaf butterfly, look at the underside of him. He just looks like a twig. It's all brown. I know. Butterflies are so light, this will show you how many you need to just equal the weight of a penny. Then thousands of pictures if one looked at me. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them weighs the light same as a penny. Here's a drawing of what it would be. So now their eyes, they see multiple things. It's not just one thing. With this tube, the proboscis, a butterfly draws nectar from flowers like we drink from straws. So that's the thing that's curved down here. We have a new hobby. We just start trying. It's fun and it's free. It's called butterflying. We look for fine butterflies. They're everywhere, in our yard, near a stream, on the ground, in the air. So here's a painted lady. Here's a mourning cloak. Here's a pine white. Well, we write down the day and the time that we saw them. We write down the place and then take crayons and draw them, which is kind of nice. So here, like the tiger, swallowtail, Friday at 10 a.m. down by the stream. Okay. When you find butterflies, there are ways you can see by size, shape, and color what kind they might be. Butterflies get their names from all different things. Swallowtail butterflies have long tails on their wings. Here is a lace wing. Its wings looks like lace. The owl butterfly looks like a baby owl's face. It's on the underside of the insect. So when they're flying, it looks like there's an owl flying. Which one is the smallest? It's a pygmy blue. Bird wing is the largest. It's beautiful too. It's called the Queen Alexandra's bird wing. Now there are monarchs, just watch them in flight. They're orange and black wings with small dots of white. They can't live in cold weather, so somehow they know they must fly where it's warmer, like to Mexico. They fly hundreds of miles, fly hundreds of hours and hours, and they stop just to rest and sip nectar from flowers. Monarchs hide in a storm when the thunder is crashing. They know they're in danger when lightning is flashing. Ooh. Okay, here's some good facts. How do these butterflies know where they're going? Scientists really have no way of knowing. Butterflies can be tagged to show where they're from. This way we can learn how far they have come. This one is from Maine, and I think it is cool. It was tagged by the kids at an elementary school. Is that neat? Monarchs fly for weeks till they finally see in the Mexican forest an oamil tree. They fly to the tree, and then just before dark, they land and they hook their small legs in the bark. Without the sun's warmth, it's too cold for flight, so they huddle together and wait out the night. Blow gently onto a cold butterfly, and you'll help it warm up so it's able to fly. That's kind of interesting. In the spring, when it's warm, the monarchs lift off from the trees. They flutter and swoop, and they dance in the breeze. Now that it's warmer, these butterflies know that they must mate and lay eggs so new babies can grow. Males look for females to mate with, it's true. They have colors and markings that look like theirs do. Once a female has mated, it's hard to go on. She will not live much longer. Her time's almost gone. She is carrying eggs and they are heavy. That is why she can't go home. It's too far to fly. So she searches for leaves and lays eggs one by one. She lays hundreds of eggs and won't stop till she's done. Butterflies are surprising and they're beautiful things as they soar through the air on their bright colored wings. They're like jewels in the sun. They live just a short while, but whenever you see one, you can't help but smile. For you know, on a leaf, if you look, you may find an egg that a butterfly just left behind. And in this egg, small as the head of a pin, a new butterfly is about to begin. Isn't that a good book? You gotta learn things, you know. All right, so then I have to have a fun book, you know, about butterflies, because remember, they're caterpillars. So this one is Wriggly Wiggly Caterpillars. It's illustrated by Debbie Target. Publisher is first in Great Britain in 2004, and then the second time in the United States in 2015. Its publisher is Tiger Tales and Caterpillar Books. Not that was funny, guys. Caterpillar Books. Okay, here we go. You're going to go from 10 all the way down. 10 crunching caterpillars in the bright sunshine. One fell asleep, so that left 9. 9 speedy caterpillars thought they might be late. One was too slow, so that left 8. 8 munching caterpillars, all in crunching heaven. One got a tummy ache, so that left 7. Uh-oh. 7 clever caterpillars creeping through some sticks. One got stuck. Uh-oh. So that left 6. Got stuck in the spider web. 6 singing caterpillars glad to be alive. One stayed to sing, so that left 5. Oh, I like it because it's a lavender one. 5 brave caterpillars going to explore. One got lost, so now there's only 4. 4 daring caterpillars inching up a tree. One fell off, so then there are 3. 3 cool caterpillars splashing in the dew. One got soaked, so that left 2. Again, I like the purple and the purple. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. 2 happy caterpillars having so much fun. One got tired, so that left 1. One sad caterpillar all on his own, when all of a sudden there were 10 bright, colorful, pretty butterflies spreading their wings and flitting through the skies. So they turned into butterflies, which you know about now, huh? Okay. All right. Well, guys, I don't have a chicken hat. I mean, I have, but I don't even have a rooster. This is terrible. I've got to get myself a chicken hat and a rooster hat. That's all I have to do. All right, because this one, wait a minute. No, I've got to do some interesting facts about, we got to do that after the chickens. All right, here we go. All right, so here is Interrupting Chickens. It's written and illustrated by David Ezra Steiner. Publisher is 2010. And the publisher is, copyright said, and the publisher is Scholastic Incorporated and Candlewick Press. Now this is a hysterical, oh my God. If you know your nursery rhymes, you're really going to like this one. So I hope you know your nursery rhymes, guys. All right, here we go. Interrupting Chicken. This book is called Interrupting Chicken, right, Papa? Yes. Now please don't interrupt their story. Okay, here we go. And I want you to know, I got this from, in 2011 and 12, from Mrs. Pantle's first grade class in room 10 down in Ione. So can you imagine how old all these kids are now? If I got this when they were in first grade in 2011 and 12. So maybe your name is on here, you don't know. If you had Mrs. Pantle when you were in first grade, you are here. Okay, here we go. Interrupting Chicken. All right. It was bedtime for the little red chicken. Okay, my little chicken, said Papa. Are you ready to go to sleep? Yes, Papa. but you forgot something. What's that? Asked Papa. A bedtime story. Oh, all right, said Papa. I'll read one of your favorites. And of course, you aren't going to interrupt the story tonight, are you? Oh, no, Papa. I'll be good. Hansel and Gretel. The ones about the brother and sister, then they go and they start eating the wonderful house of cookies and candy and everything, and then out comes the witch. Okay, here we go. Hansel and Gretel were very hungry. Deep in the woods, they found a house made of candy. Nibble, nibble, nibble. They began to eat the house until an old woman who lived there came out and said, "What lovely children! Why don't you come inside?" They were just about to follow her when out jumped Little Red Chicken and said, "Don't go in, she's a witch!" So Hansel and Gretel didn't. The end. Chicken? Yes, Papa. You interrupted the story. Try not to get so involved. I'm sorry, Papa, but she really was a witch. Well, you're supposed to be relaxing so you can fall asleep. Let's try another one. I'll be good. Little Red Riding Hood. Well, take this basket of goodies to Grandma, said Little Red Riding Hood's mother. But don't stray from the path. The woods are full of danger. Red Riding Hood skipped along through the deep woods, and by she met a wolf who wished her good morning. She was about to answer him when out jumped the Little Red Chicken and she said, "Don't talk to strangers." So Little Red Riding Hood did the end. Chicken? Yes, Papa. You did it again. You interrupted 2 stories. And you are not even sleepy. I know, Papa. I'm sorry. But he was a mean old wolf. Okay. Yes, now, let's get back into bed. Okay, Papa. Let's try one more little story and I'll be good. Chicken Little. Well, Chicken Little was hit on the head by an acorn. The sky is falling, she thought. She was about to run off and warn Goosey Lucy, Ducky Lucky, Henny Penny, and everyone on the farm that the sky was falling. When out jumped a Little Red Chicken and said, "Don't panic! It was just an acorn." So the chicken didn't. The end. Chicken? Yes, Papa. You did it again. Oh, Papa, I couldn't let that little chicken get all upset over an acorn. Please read one more story. I promise I'll fall asleep. The chicken said, "Papa, we're out of stories." Oh, no, Papa. I can't go to sleep without a story. Then, said Papa, yawning, "Why don't you tell me a story?" Me tell a story, said Little Red Chicken. Okay, Papa, here I go. Of course, Papa's really getting tired. Bedtime for Papa by Chicken. Oh my gosh. Once there was a little red chicken who put her papa to bed. She read him 100 stories. She even gave him warm milk, but nothing worked. He stayed wide awake. He's snoring. Papa? He's sound asleep. Good night, Papa. She pats him on the head. She snuggles in with him. The end. I know, that was a good one. Well, now I have to tell you, I'm gonna, because the poultry day was the 19th, is going to be the 19th. And so that's about a chicken and everything. So, I'm going to tell you some interesting facts about chickens that I didn't even know. Here we go. These are 10 fun facts about chickens. Chickens are living descendants of dinosaurs. I did not know that. Chickens are the closest living relative of dinosaurs. Scientific evidence has proven they shared common ancestry between chickens and the Tyrannosaurus rex. Really? Chickens aren't completely flightless. Chickens were domesticated 8,000 years ago, and they evolved from the red jungle fowl, which are typical tropical birds that live in the jungle. These wild birds fly to escape predators and roost high in the trees. Today's domestic chickens still have the ability to fly, although not as effectively. They can fly for short distances, enough to clear obstacles or to reach a perch. This is a good one. Chickens can dream. Okay. Research has shown that chickens experience REM, or rapid eye movement, while sleeping, meaning they can dream just like us. They always have a sleep phase that humans don't experience called, oh my God, unihemispheric slow wave sleep. When half of their brain is asleep, the other half is awake. That means that chickens can sleep with one eye open, which is especially useful when looking out for predators. Amazing. Number 4, chickens have better color vision than humans. I thought this was very interesting. Like humans, chickens can have color vision and are able to see red, green, and bright blue. However, what makes chicken vision unique from ours is that they are able to see ultraviolet light, which are colors you see when you're using a black light. Isn't that something? I love this. Chickens have a complex communication. Chickens have over 30 unique vocalizations that they use to communicate to a wide variety of messages to other chickens, including mating calls, stress signals, warnings of danger, how they are feeling, and food discovery. Chickens, are you ready, have great memories. Chickens are able to recognize, are you ready, over 100 different faces after being separated for extended periods of time, highlighting their long-term memory capabilities. These faces don't just include chickens, they recognize the faces of humans as well, so they know who the farmer is and everything that takes care of them. Chickens bathe by covering themselves in dirt. If you've never seen it, it is an absolute kick to watch. While this may seem contradictory, the dirt is essential to help the chickens stay clean. Chickens have an oil gland on their back that is used to spread oil all over their feathers to keep them waterproof. Well, over time, the oil goes stale and the chickens need to wash off the old oil through dust bathing. Dust bathing is when a chicken crouches on the ground and then spreads dirt or other dusty material over their body. The stale oil sticks to the particles of the dirt and gets shaken off. The chickens can then spread fresh oil onto their feathers. Amazing. Only 3 more to go. Chickens have a pecking order, okay? Chickens live in groups called flocks. The social structure of these flocks depends on a hierarchy called the pecking order, which is in the order of dominance. So, of course, the top one's going to be the rooster, right? All chickens know that their place in this order, and it helps maintain a stable and cohesive group. Now, this is one I had never known before. And if I ever near a chicken, I'm going to check. Eggshell color can be determined by a hen's earlobe. Ever wonder what causes the difference between brown and white eggs? It depends on the breed of the hen, but it's not feather color that tells you what the color of the eggshell will be. It's the color of the hen's earlobes. Generally, hens with red earlobes will lay brown eggs. Hens with white earlobes will lay white eggs. There are a few exceptions, of course. Although the color of the eggs may differ, the nutritional content or flavor does not. And the last one, chickens are very intelligent animals. Studies have shown that chickens are self-aware and can distinguish themselves from others. They learn from one another, such as a chick learning from her mother which foods are good to eat. Chickens can also demonstrate complex problem-solving skills. I just had to throw that in because, remember, Miss Tasha likes you to learn something, and I thought that was very interesting about chickens. Okay, my next one, now, this is World Sparrow Day, and it's on the 20th. Poultry Day was on the 19th. Now, this book is long. It's not, it has some pictures in it, but it has lots and lots of words. And so I'm going to just paraphrase. That means Miss Tasha's just going to tell you the highlights of this story about the very worried sparrow. It's by Merrill Denny, illustrated by Gillian Goes, copyrights 19, oh my God, what am I doing? I am so tired. I didn't even get 1998, maybe? Yeah, 1998. It was first published by Lion Publisher. The second time it was by Chariot Books, division of David C. Book Publisher. This is a long book, so I'm just going to paraphrase it. Here we go. All right. Well, there once was a very little worried sparrow. Everybody was happy. Look at, they're all wanting to eat, and there's the little worried sparrow. His brothers and sisters kept saying, cheep, cheep, cheer up. The very worried sparrow said, meep, meep, oh dear. Well, when he began to grow, the first thing he thought about was food. Oh dear, I'm so hungry. What am I going to eat? Well, it didn't matter at all. They just sat there in the nest looking. They were there because they're there. All their mouths are open and his mouth is not open. It's because they don't think, he said. Suddenly there was a whir, and all of a sudden, cheep, cheep, there went the little birds, and she popped something into a caterpillar in each one of their mouths, even the worried one. Well, very soon all the baby birds got really quite fat and everything, and it was time for them to learn how to fly. Well, the father bird said, okay, it's time you all learn to have. They were all happy, cheep, cheep, hooray, except for the very worried sparrow. He went, meep, meep, oh dear. Well, one by one the sparrows took off, and whee, this is lovely, they called, but the very worried sparrow hopped from one foot to the other, go, I'll never do it, I'll never do it, oh dear. He was so frightened that he lost his balance, topped off the branch, gulped, opened his little wings, and he flew. Well, as the spring days moved on, they learned that they could get caterpillars on them for themselves. They scratched for seeds and everything, all except for the worried sparrow. He was not as brave as the others. It was such a big place, I might just gloss away from our nest. Meep, meep, oh dear. Well, as it was dark when they were settling down for night, the father would come with them and snuggle with them warm to keep them all warm. He began to tell them wonderful stories of a long time away. All except the very little sparrow. He was too worried to listen. He was too difficult. He peered out into the darkness and said, his eyes closed, and then he fell asleep. Uh-oh! By midsummer, the very worried sparrow felt a bit braver. So he set off from home, flying here and there, looking for food, and worrying where he would find it. Well, he went to the open cornfield, and then suddenly there was a shadow across, and the little sparrow left his heart bump. Above him hovered a huge, terrible sparrowhawk. His heart beat so fast he was frightened, even so to worry. But there was a whoosh of rings in the air, and the sparrowhawk struck. When the sparrow looked up, he had taken away a little field mouse. Oh, he said, he was lucky it wasn't him, it was the little mouse that they took. Well, after that, the little sparrow looked more worried than ever. He says, oh dear, he says, it's getting colder and colder, how am I going to keep warm? Well, a lot of them, they go into this brush, under the brush and everything, and that's how they would stay warm. Well, how am I going to find food to eat and water to drink? Well, he did. There was a little pond so sheltered that it didn't freeze, and every day he got that. And later on, the children in the nearby house started scattering bread each morning so then they would have something to eat. Wasn't that nice? Well, the spring came at last, and this time he got very excited. It soon will be nesting time, and they all have to look for partners. Oh, the girl sparrows giggled and whispered on the branches, but little worried sparrow said, oh dear, now what shall I do? No one is ever going to want to mate with me. Sadly, he flew off by himself. Well, he ended up in the far end of the garden, and all of a sudden he heard a little cheep. Ah, she said in a small voice. Meep, meep, said the very worried sparrow, but he felt more hopeful. Will you be my mate, he asked. Oh, yes, she said, and she smiled at him. So anyway, he is now in this beautiful tree, and they have to build their nest. So he does that, and then he goes, oh dear, he says, I hope my eggs are safe. A cat might come, or a hawk, that might happen. She goes, woo woo, what's the matter? Asked a gentle voice. It was the turtle dove with soft feathers. I never seen a sparrow look so worried before. Well, he said, son, there's so much of things to worry about. And he said, woo woo, don't you know about the great Father who has made us all? And he will care for you. Look at, he has him under his wing. Well, no, he says, but the great Father made us. And he made you and me. And he's going to look after us. So, oh, look at the lights. Everything went fine. And then the dove flew off to the little apple tree at the bottom of the garden, appeared on a branch next to the next. And he settled down to sleep. He felt like, okay, everything is going to be okay. And what do you know? Talk, talk, talk went one of the eggs. Talk, talk, talk went another one. It's one of our babies. And he was so happy, he smiled. He was happy just as happy as his mate. And he decided, cheep, 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 he sang cheep, 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 instead of the meep, meep, meep. I know, I thought that was a cute one. Now, okay, I have to get my phone. I'm going to read this to you and everything, and then we're going to go over and it's going to be read again, but you're going to have to dance. Okay, this is called the Duck and Goose Dance. It's by Tad Hills, the original songs by Lauren Savage and Ross Gruitt. Copyrights 2016, publisher is Schwartz and Wade Books. All right, so I have to kind of stand because you got to see this. All right, so it's the Duck and Goose, let's dance. Are you ready to learn the Duck and Goose dance? First you're going to jump front, then you're going to jump back. Then you're going to spin around and give a quack quack, okay? Then you're going to shake your tail feathers, move in time. And then you're going to shake your whole body, do the duck and goose rhyme. Now let's walk like a duck. Remember, you have your feet out and you walk like a duck. And then you have to honk like a goose, honk like a goose. Then you have to flap your fuzzy feathers too, so you have to turn over and flap your feathers. Then you find your groove and then you make your own dance up. Okay, then you're going to make your own dance up. And then, are you ready to do it again? And then we're going to stop it because they have you do the whole thing again. Okay, I'm going to stop for a minute. Jack's going to come in and we're going to put this on and away you go. Okay?
Duck and Goose, Let's Dance
Here we go.
by Tad Hills. Original song by Lauren Savage and Ross Gruitt.
Ready? Here we go.
Dance party! Are you ready to learn the Duck and Goose dance?
Here we go.
First, jump front. Then, jump back. Spin around and give a quack quack. Shake your tail, move in time. Shake your whole body to this duck and goose rhyme.
Okay, walk like a duck.
Let's walk like a
Feet
duck.
out.
Honk like a goose.
Honk.
Honk. Flap your fuzzy tail feathers too.
Turn around and flap them.
Now, find your groove. Make your own dance moves. Come along and they'll show you.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Are you ready to do it again?
Here we go.
Thistle is...
Come meet Duck and his friend Goose. They like to dance and sing. Join the fun, move along, and open up your wings. Let's walk like a duck, honk like a goose, flap your fuzzy tail feathers too. Come on, let's dance together, have some fun like good friends do. First jump front, then jump back, spin around and give a quack quack. Shake your tail, move in time, shake your whole body to this duck and goose rhyme. Let's walk like a duck, honk like a goose, flap your fuzzy tail feathers too.